Okay, so for example number 4 out of your text, we're going to use inverse properties, but what I just want to remind you guys for example number 4 that we need to remember that e to the x, if that's a function, the inverse of that is the natural log of x. Okay, and so there's some interesting properties. What we need to consider is that if I say e to the x, right, and I do a composite function, in other words, if I say e to the natural log of x, because they're inverse functions of one another, right, then that always equals x. So that's one property, okay? And then likewise, if I say natural log of e to the x, that's also x. So this is just like the other examples, except we already know what the inverse functions are. And I suppose to be thorough, I should probably say if we let the natural log of x be f of x, or we'll call it g of x, then g inverse of x would be e to the x. And so we'll use that property for example number 4, because example number 4, they say A, find the inverse or solve x equals, natural log of x equals 3t plus 5. So they want us to solve for x. And so that's easy. I just need to get this x by itself, right? And so in order to get the x by itself, what I need to do is raise everything to the e. So in my next line, I'm going to say e to the natural log of x is equal to e, and I'm going to take this whole thing, and that's what I'm going to raise to, or e raised to that. Okay? And what happens is, because these are inverses, they kind of cancel. They undo each other. And then I'm left with e to the 3t plus 5. And that's it. That's the answer. Okay? Let's do, they give us an example, a second example for B. So if I say e to the 2x equals 10, and I need to solve for x, if I take this whole thing and I say the natural log of e to the 2x is equal to the natural log of 10, right? I'm going to take the natural log of both sides of the equation. The natural log and the exponential, or e, kind of cancel each other out. This is really going to just be 2x is equal to the natural log of 10. And so then if I divide both sides by 2, I get x is equal to the natural log of 10 over 2. And remember that the natural log of 10 is a number, so if I pull up my calculator and I take the natural log, which is ln right here, so let's get out of this. If I say the natural log of 10, and we'll move this over here so you guys can see it, that is approximately 2.303 divided by 2. So my next step, I'm going to divide by 2. And it's approximately 1.15. And so that's your answer on that one. That one actually reduced down to a number. Okay? Any questions?